Hi, this is Racer KKane10R welcoming you back to more Real Racing 3 gameplay. We are in the mini-series on the endurance race in the exclusive group for the Porsche 918 RSR concept. And we just completed a series of videos on handling the first choke point, and now we're going to go into the second. The second choke point, kind of preparation for it, starts before you make this turn. You want to make your brake. There's two places to brake. First of all, we're going to brake here in this, as we start to turn across, we're going to brake around the middle of the track, and we're going to finish braking around the apex. We may or may not, depending on our position on the track, we may or may not add acceleration before we get to the chicane. But then when we get to the bus stop chicane, we are going to brake a little so that we can get in position to be on the accelerator from the back of the bus stop to all the way to the start finish line. Accelerate, brake, turn, and then back on the accelerator and stay on it. Once you skid, then you have to get control. But you want to go faster into that grass, so you want to stay on the brakes. And you got to remember your brake point on the front start finish line, because you can lose control at that point as well. Okay, we're going to come into this area under different conditions. We got a car way far in front of us, so we're not going to have much interference from the car until we get in here, and then we decide where it is and which side we're going to take it. We just went through the barrier choke point chicane on the backside, and we passed a car just immediately before pausing. So we may have a car down the road. We don't need to avoid it necessarily in this section, so we're pretty good, but we've got to decide where he's going to be and which side we're going to go when we get here. So we'll go left on that one because that's the position he was in. And we have a car coming up, so we want to make sure that we're not directly behind him when we get to him. That one wasn't a good example of that particular thing, but we'll see one coming up soon. In this example, we have a car immediately in front of us, and we have to watch it, and probably going to go the inside of it because it'll be on the left side of the track when we get to it. Brake at your normal place and just kind of come in there and tap them on the inside. Brake, just keep yourself in control and start accelerating and keep going. Try not to hit the back of the car. Try not to hit the barrier as well as in that example. Now you see that car is gone because we passed him, and the next car we have to pass is way down the road. So that's one of the reasons you do not want to hit the barrier, because it puts the cars that award your time too far in the lead in advance. This car is going to be in a different position. The other examples we've seen are kind of close, but not very close. So we're going to pass him before we get to the bus stop. And then we may hit the back of this one so we're going to lift a little to keep it from hitting us, and then we'll stay on this side in case the car is coming in from the right. We've got a car coming ahead, so we're going to stay out from behind it. Well, we didn't get to pass it yet, but when we do pass it, we want to pass it by hitting the side instead of the back. We're about to come into the bus stop, and we have a car ahead, and we'll see how we're going to negotiate around it. Now this, you want to brake in your normal position, but get to the middle of the track. I didn't get there quick enough to avoid hitting the car ahead. Looks like we have a crack in the windshield, but it'll work out. Okay, we're past lap 15, and I believe we will be able to continue from this point. You can see the cars ahead of us and where they may end up. We have to figure out. He's going to be on the outside. We'll go. No, he's going to be inside, so we'll go outside. This guy, we may not need to brake to avoid him, so we'll just go ahead and keep on the accelerator. And all worked out. There's not a car ahead of us, so we'll just brake at our normal point and pull over the same as we would normally do. And see how we negotiate these cars ahead. Still, well, gotta decide. I can't decide on that one. Now, if you get a car next to you in this part of the track, you have to go further left than you normally would, so you have to be careful to get back to the left. You brake at your normal point, aim on the inside when you're coming into this start-finish with the car ahead of you, and it wasn't close enough to be an issue. We've passed one car already on this lap. We have a few cars ahead of us, and they're a little bit closer than they normally have been in the examples we've seen so far, so we may have a different... We're going inside. We're going to go inside again. We're clear when it comes to our cut. And we have no interference coming in back in. This is a pretty good example. We have not yet passed a car on this lap, but we do have a car that is going to be in our braking zone. You know, pretty close. We're going to go inside him, and we're going to tap him on making a mistake. Couldn't decide if I was going inside or outside. We'll brake, we'll turn in, everything will go as normal. Now we have a car pretty close in our braking zone here, so we're going to see if we will go inside. If we can. It will tap us out into the grass a little. We just have to do the best we can to recover. Unfortunately, there's no cars in here to contend with. We can stay to the left. Now we'll be staying more to the middle, and we'll hit our brake point at this point, so we can... Well, it wasn't an example of going inside, but we might have gone inside. We do need to make this a 4-car overtake run so we can keep time. Got time just in time. I don't think we're going to make it though because we went in the grass. Maybe we can slip by this. No, we went to the grass too much. Alright, so we'll start over and get some more examples of this backside and figure out how to handle the situation. Okay, we're past the 15 lap mark again, and we should be able to continue. We've just overtaken 2 cars, so we might be able to get a 4 overtake run this time. Take the outside and go around and get back to the right. That's why we want to stay to the left so we can avoid that car hitting us too hard. It will shove us a little bit. If we're to the left, it'll only push you just a little bit and your 2 wheels will still be on track. Right, 2 wheels will still be on track. We have an opponent to contend with in our braking. We'll probably go inside since it's so late, or maybe we'll stay behind him. When he crosses, then we'll accelerate by him on the inside. We'll have no other contenders. We'll see how it looks when we get to the other side. Everything's fine there. No contenders ahead. In this example, I would have been able to pass this car had I done the first chicane well. But as you'll see, we have a car to contend with pretty close. We can pass him before he gets to the bus stop. Now we'll stay a little in the middle of the brake at the same point, and he'll come back to us pretty quickly. He may push you into that wall by hitting the back quarter of your car, but do your best to remain in control and stay on the track if you can. Coming in pretty quick on this one. No, except we're in the grass. We might have been able to go inside, but, I mean, well, to his left. As it is, we'll have to figure out if he's going to be where he's going to be in the bus stop. That's passed. See how this example works out. Little backstop action there. We'll go inside this guy, and he'll be gone before we get to our left turn. No contenders in this position. Let's see how it goes down at the start-finish. Pretty clean. Here it looks like we're going to be able to go left of the car. And to be sure you're clear so he doesn't come across you and flip you around. Pausing a little so I can go inside without tapping his bumper. And all is good. We're going to let him go to the outside, and we're going to cut across his inside. Cut across the inside here, and we're clear. We're going to stay left because that car could be coming our lane, but he's behind us. Now we're going to do the middle and brake at our normal point where we're shooting ahead of him. Try not to let him push us into the guardrails and into the grass, and he's just a ghost. It's hitting us everywhere he can. See how this example shakes out. Here's an example of a car coming in left. It's a good thing we were in the left lane so it wouldn't hit us too much and spin us. Just now coming through the chicane and passing one car on his left. Thinking about going inside instead. Tried to switch in and tapped the bumper. When you go into the grass and you slow yourself down that way, you have to do your best to just make it as quick as you can and catch it up and do a better lap the next lap on both chicanes so that you can get in a position to get that time back. Going outside, he's going to clip us and put us in the grass. We'll have to improve. Go in the grass to try to avoid getting in the bumper. And our final example for this video. Take it inside. That tap is pretty good actually because it doesn't slow you down and keeps you on track. So hopefully with these examples it'll give you some insight into what to do to keep your endurance, keep your time up for your endurance. thank you for watching my videos. Good luck to you in your races. Come back and see the final video in this series.